Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Canadian SME Small Business Summit 2021. Now, there'll be a lot of housekeeping items that we're going to go through over the next little while to set you up for success so you can maximize the moments that you want to experience through this summit. Listen, if you're having any challenges, just simply double click on the screen to view it in full screen mode. And or if you are having any technical challenges, simply email info@CanadianSME.ca and we'll get you straight and taken care of. What a delight and privilege it is to be a part of this summit. Now, so much work, effort, and thought has gone into delivering what you will be experiencing over the next couple of days. We really believe that we've curated the content to meet you where your small business is at today. My name is Shiraz Sadiq, and for the past 20 years, I've held many senior sales leadership roles, lifting performance when it comes to communicating, calibrating your sales message. Bringing that very skill set to Canadian SME has been a privilege as we continue to outperform, outpace, and outsell everyone else at the market to the point where we'll be making some more exciting announcements soon. This time, I certainly want to thank some of our partners that have made today possible. That would be, of course, Francois from the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce, the Honorable Nina Tangri, the Honorable Perrin Beatty, Rocco, Rossi, and Dan Kelly. Over the course of this morning, you'll get to know them a little bit more better, and we'll do proper introductions, but they've been so integral for you. What do I mean by that? If you are challenged in any way in continuing to lift your small business, these people are here for you to bring you to the other side and get you to where we all feel that we could be. Now, we couldn't have done this without their generous support, with their constant belief in us, in what we do at Canadian SME. We've been here many times, meaning, where do we go? Where do we go? It's a question that we all ask. And these are the folks that can help you get to the other side of that finish line that you see yourself at. So again, thank you for your support, your motivation, and belief in what we do here at Canadian SME. Now, a little bit about the magazine. We believe in the power of information and sharing as much knowledge as possible. Our mission is to bring useful resources, tools, facts, and data to your doorstep and to the doorstep of every person who aims to start their own business and continue to advance their growth of their business. Now, what we like to do is advance the cause of all small-scale entrepreneurs to progress in their innovative and sustainable ideas. How do you sustain your ideas for growth in perpetuity? Again, that's what this conference is all about. Ultimately contributing not just to the Canadian economy, but to the reputation of Canadian entrepreneurs worldwide.
Welcome to the only platform for Canadian small and medium businesses. Canadian SME has one clear vision: to help Canadian small and medium enterprises become more successful and competitive. When Canadian SMEs succeed, Canada succeeds. That's our vision. Canadian SME Magazine comes up with focused and fact-proven content to develop the credibility of the rising businesses in Canada. Canadian SME Magazine offers 60 to 80 full-color pages, published monthly. Our website includes all the content that's found in the print magazine, as well as exclusive online articles. Therefore, our readers now have the possibility to access the magazine on their own terms. A deeper look, regular and current updates on what's trending in the business industry, insightful articles on sales and marketing, corporate governance, leadership, SME finance, technology, and so much more. Canadian SME is dedicated to helping your business grow. Canadian SME is not only a magazine, it's a platform for Canadian SMEs to grow their business through its magazine and business events. Business experts share their valuable expertise every month through Canadian SME Magazine.
And happy Small Business Month to everybody, Canada. October is, of course, Small Business Month in Canada, a month dedicated to folks like you who press in and persevere to bring your innovative ideas and strategies and money-making opportunities not only for yourself, but for your families, for your friends, and all your staff. And so we can celebrate that moment. And since 2020, Small Business Month, it's been more and more critical because of what we went through last year. And, over the past 16 months, all of us have grappled with an unprecedented global challenge. Now, if you sit back and think about it, how many times have you as a leader have had to say the word unprecedented? That in itself is unprecedented. And small businesses have carried the brunt of it. The blunt force of what's happening. Now, we'll try to stay away from commentary such as large capacity venues being open like last night, but yet your small business or restaurant is still in the process of opening up. But the good news is we have champions like Dan Kelly, who we'll hear from shortly from CFIB, fighting for you and fighting for all of us to open your doors to get you back up to full capacity. But that's what Canadian SME Magazine is here for as well, right? To equip you with the right tools, the knowledge, and prepare you to move forward and excel in establishing not necessarily the new normal, but establishing right now and maximizing the moments that are right in front of you. Now, over the next 2 days, we'll cover many topics. Topics like developing the type of entrepreneurial resilience that will, again, get you to the finish line through these challenging times. We're going to cover topics like transformational cloud technologies, cash flow tips from top financial experts, mental health, and so much more. Canadian SME is grateful to all of our sponsors, participants, exhibitors, experts, volunteers, and business owners who have contributed to make this day possible. Now, of course, every event always has its share of extra supporters who reach a little deeper to make things happen. And for that, we want to thank our exclusive banking partner, RBC, our gold sponsors, UPS and RICO, and you'll actually have the opportunity to hear from both of those organizations over the next 2 days. Our silver sponsors, Nerds on Site, MyTax, and Zoho Corporation. Now, Zoho has a fantastic product called Zoho One that you'll hear about as well. Our digital display partner, Samsung Canada. Our bronze partner, Alexio Corporation. Again, just another fascinating and amazing up-and-coming company, Alexio. Our research partner, Phase 5, and supporting partner and longtime friend, Cargo Agency. And you'll hear much, much more about Mickey. I always mess up his last name, so I'm not even going to try. Mickey, love you, boss, but I'm not going to butcher your last name. And of course, the Ontario Chamber of Commerce. Today's agenda is so packed that what we're going to do is we're going to show you a number of keynotes. Now, hopefully you're able to see the agenda in front of you, but as you can see, we have so much going on. And if you have any questions or thoughts, please use the chat function and engage with us. But to start off, we will hear at 10 o'clock, my apologies, not to start off, at 10 o'clock, you will hear from Paul Gasper. He is such a dedicated champion to the cause of small businesses that he partners with us at Canadian SME and one of my colleagues, Maheen, and they deliver a small business of the day segment almost daily on LinkedIn. Again, you're going to hear about what UPS can do for you, but they're already the champion of your cause, celebrating the hard work that goes into lifting and profiling small businesses. And then, of course, we're going to hear from, at 10:35, we'll hear a keynote. Now, this one is going to be fascinating, the one that you'll hear at 10:35, about embracing innovation. Look, folks, at this point, many inventions have already taken place. Where dollars are also being made, how do you take what has been invented and innovated? And just the concept of embracing innovating your processes, your products, your ideas and strategies, that in itself can lift you from where you are today. Of course, and that's what we all want to do, is grow. Of course, 11:15, then we're going to hear from our folks at our friends at Samsung. And look, you think you've heard about digital display? They've been in the lab. You're going to hear some fantastic innovations, of course, that they have developed. Now, one of my favorite sessions over the next couple of days, and I'm leading a session tomorrow, but I would still give props to the session that's happening at 12:30 today. Just a wonderful power-packed panel of women who are not only breaking barriers, but that's the new normal. They're normalizing the conversation about women being leading in business. So it's no longer like, oh, look, a woman leader. No, that's just normal. And you're going to hear from women who are normalizing it. So we don't have to do men and women panels in a few years because it's just the way it is. A personal champion that I love her story. You're going to hear from Sunita Pader a little later and just what she's been able to do. We're going to follow that up at 12:45. Listen, that is another session that you probably want to be a part of if you are interested in growth. Look, all the details are here. The details are on our site, CanadianSME.ca. Again, if you have any questions, email us at info@CanadianSME.ca, and we will take it from there. At this time, we'd also like to thank our exhibitors. Oh, my apologies. Another slide here for the agenda. At 2:15, if you want to do business with the federal government, learn how. There are steps that you need to take. Manny has been working with us at Canadian SME for a number of years to empower a number of people to lift your ability to get and secure and procure those contracts that are fairly sustainable. There are not necessarily hoops, but there are processes that you need to go through to qualify, and Manny will take you through that. It may seem difficult. Oh, how do I do that? That's what Manny does. He simplifies it. And then at 3 p.m., we're technology, right? Technology. And then what's after that? Technology. How do we take advantage of advances to advance our cause and your cause as a small business? We'll wrap up the day with a session on cybersecurity. Now, you would have heard of all this being the number one threat, cybersecurity, that medium and enterprise companies are dealing with. You've heard it in the news over the last few weeks, maybe even yesterday. Protect yourself and figure out what the most cost-effective strategies and tactics can be and are. And now, our exhibitors. Folks, you'll have the opportunity at any point to visit them on the trade show floor. There's steps there on the side to show you how to do that. So yes, please go and visit them. From Rico, thank you. Zoho, and if it sounds like I'm simply reading a slide, is because I really want to celebrate all of the work that they're doing. Listen, these folks aren't just here because they paid for a booth. These are folks that we've partnered with to ensure that they deliver value for you. And we'd love to hear your feedback. As a matter of fact, they would love to hear your feedback. So please go visit Answer Bar, Supply Canada. And you know what? On top of that, there's some special offers that they've all made available to us. Listen, if you're already online, then you're already shipping. What would be the worst thing that could happen if you had a conversation with UPS? You're going to save some money. And so if you're already shipping out products, or you need to begin to enter that space where you're shipping out product, well, have that conversation with UPS. You can see the offer that they're making there. eSupply Canada, again, they'll be in the expo area. Please visit them. They have so many services that are available to you, specifically from a sanitary perspective. We got to keep our hands clean and our face all masked up, and they can certainly help you with that. Now, I feel like I'm speaking way too much, so I'm going to whip through this real quick so we can get on to our keynotes. This is a session that you really want to be a part of. There are amazing folks a part of this panel, and it will be available on Zoom. And you should see a link pop up very shortly on the screen. And please go ahead and hang out with these folks. Here are 3 reasons why you probably want to hang out with them. They're going to speak about how to engage small business decision makers. They're going to speak about reimagining business models that meet today's decision-making process. Listen, folks, Cargo has done groundbreaking research on this topic about meeting customers, meeting business owners where they're at, and the decision-making process that they now, because it's changed, right? They now engage in. So please, that's something that you really want to be a part of. Thank you once again, folks. We're going to move on to some of our keynote speakers. But again, to Mickey, to Jazz. Oh, look, that would be myself. Here are some sessions that are being moderated over the next couple of days: e-commerce and retail. Some of our other moderators, of course, Maria Locker and Sherry Houston, fantastic and phenomenal personalities. In the spring of 2022, if this month is all about celebrating small businesses, then why not put some hardware in your hands? So in the spring of 2022, we are receiving nominations right now, and we're actively sorting through and going through the process of awarding businesses like yours in this space. And we welcome you to join us for that event. And now I'd like to introduce Eric Turner. Eric Turner, of course, is the Vice President of Business Markets in the Greater Toronto Region. Why do we have, folks, look, the bio's there, you can read it, I won't read it for you, but I want to explain to you why we feel it was so important to have Eric speak with us today. RBC is our exclusive banking partner. The reality is, and we all know this, it takes capital to make business drive forward, right? But the ideas and thoughts that they have at RBC is, what do you do with the capital, not just having capital? That's the value that RBC provides. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to introduce Eric Turner.
Hi there. My name is Eric Turner, and I'm very pleased to be here with you on behalf of RBC to welcome you to the Small Business Summit, hosted by CanadianSME Magazine. Since March of 2020, COVID has disrupted our economic, social, and personal lives at an unprecedented speed and scale. The uncertainty and upheaval has weighed on many Canadians, including a disproportionate number of small business owners and entrepreneurs. But we also know that Canadian entrepreneurs are amongst the most resilient and continue to be the backbone of our economy through years of prosperity, as well as challenging moments like these. We saw countless Canadian business owners persevere and find ways to overcome the challenges of the pandemic. We also saw countless Canadians who identified new opportunities emerging in the market and quickly made the bold move to pivot or start a new business. As vaccination rollouts continue to drive a steady reopening of our economy, we're heartened to see the continued support of these small businesses, both in person and online, as we all strive for an accelerated recovery and what we hope will be a new chapter for entrepreneurs. RBC's latest poll of Canadians revealed three important trends that will impact the small business playbook for success in the next year. These include 1. A growing demand for digital payment and engagement options. E-commerce and digital solutions were already on the rise pre-pandemic, but they became pandemic necessities as businesses adapted to health and safety measures. 2. Canadians value small businesses that prioritize employee wellness and overall health and safety. Along with heightened hygiene standards, offering curbside pickup and delivery services is expected. And implementing employee benefits, resources, and safety protocols to meet these new expectations will be critical differentiators for small businesses that are looking to attract and retain talent and customers in the next year. 3. The rise of socially and locally conscious consumers. Supporting small, local, and diversity-focused businesses is here to stay post-pandemic. And so with these thoughts in mind, the Canadian SME Small Business Summit is designed with you, Canadian small business entrepreneurs, at the forefront. I know you will come away with advice and tips to help you manage through the challenges you are facing. Thank you for joining us over the next 2 days to explore, share, and learn what you can do to keep your businesses on track during and after COVID-19. Enjoy the summit.
Thank you, Eric. And now we'll hear from our friend, Rocco Rossi. Of course, he's the president and CEO at the Ontario Chamber of Commerce. You talk about a champion. I would like to officially rename it Ontario Chamber of Champions. This guy fights relentlessly for your cause and for every business in Ontario. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from Rocco Rossi.
Hi, I'm Rocco Rossi, President and CEO of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce, and we are incredibly honored to be one of the supporting sponsors of this year's 2021 Canadian SME Small Business Summit. This has been an incredibly difficult past 19 months through the pandemic, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And small business is going to get us there even faster. Because small business is big business in Canada. Over 90% of all businesses are small businesses. Your creativity, your entrepreneurship, your dedication, your perseverance, your service, your products are key, not just to the economy, but to the very fabric and culture of our main streets, of our communities, our cities, our towns, our hamlets. So soak it all in, share those lessons. Let's celebrate the best of the best. Let's learn from one another, and let's support one another through these difficult times. Together, truly, we are stronger. I want to thank all of the organizers of this incredible summit. I want to thank the partners. You know, for 15 years, Canada has celebrated October as Small Business Month, so it's so appropriate that we gather together to celebrate small business here in Canada. Stay positive, test negative, and buy local every single chance you get. Enjoy the summit.
Stay positive and test negative. That, of course, is his tagline, and we love him for it. Rossi just said something amazing. He said small businesses account for 90% of all businesses in Canada. That is huge. So kudos to all of you for being a part of that 90% giant mammoth that we all collectively represent. And now, love to introduce Christelle. Christelle is the president of the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce. What's amazing about her is people have recognized and celebrated her skill beyond simply her culture. The value that she represents from a leadership perspective, her entrepreneurial background, her advocacy skills, her innovation, her extensive experience. Folks, this is a woman of many dynamic angles and perspectives. Please welcome Christelle.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Francois, and I'm the president of the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce, a national nonprofit organization dedicated to providing services to Black entrepreneurs and providing policy recommendation to our federal government to better serve our community. I truly want to thank you all for joining us at the 2021 Canadian SME Summit, a summit where you will be empowered, you'll have the opportunity to network, and you'll be able to learn from some of the brightest thought leader experts ranging from different industries. During these unprecedented times in business and for entrepreneurs, small businesses in Canada are significantly feeling the impact. Therefore, that's why summits like these are needed, and they really play a critical role in our business ecosystem across the country. In this expo, I assure you that you will have the opportunity to discuss entrepreneurial resilience. You'll have the chance to learn about challenging times, how to pivot, and how you can really implement small business leadership to take your business to the next level. Additionally, you'll have the chance to learn from cloud and different technology that you can implement to ease and make your business much more sufficient. I truly encourage you all to lean into the insights that will be shared from our guest speakers over the course of the next few days. I urge you to continue to be fearless in your pursuit to building your business and allowing it to grow. You make an important difference in our society, and entrepreneurs like you are truly needed. Again, welcome, and I hope you have a great blast.
Thank you, Christelle. And now we'll hear from the Honorable Nina Tangri. Now, folks, this isn't a joke. It used to be something funny a few years ago when we first saw this title, right? The Minister of Small Business and Red Tape. But the work that Nina and her predecessor have accomplished to make it easier to connect with government resources, assistance, and support has just been phenomenal. The speed of justice to get to your solutions and support has shrunk significantly because of the work of Nina and her team. So thank you to Nina for joining us today. And everyone, please welcome Nina Tangri.
Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 2021 Canadian SME Small Business Summit. I'd like to express my gratitude for the work being done by everyone who is joining us today. These are challenging times, and we applaud your efforts to enable entrepreneurs to come together, learn, and share experiences. This summit paves the way for business communities to overcome challenges and adopt innovative technologies and solutions. Every day, hardworking men, women, and entire families across the province and Canada put in long hours and sacrifice precious time with loved ones to bring their dreams to reality. Small businesses are the heart of our neighbourhoods and the economic foundation of our communities. Here in Ontario, they represent more than 95% of all businesses. They are risk takers, innovators, and self-motivated entrepreneurs. Being a small business owner is tough, even at the best of times, and COVID-19's economic burdens have not been easy, to say the least. Yet, despite unprecedented challenges, you have never stopped serving the people of Ontario. That is why our government will continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with our small business community through lowering taxes, digitizing processes, reducing electricity costs and regulatory burdens, the Ontario government has reduced business costs in the province by nearly $7 billion annually. But we also know that one size doesn't fit all. The Supporting People and Businesses Act that I tabled in the legislature last week shows our commitment to cutting red tape across government to make it easier and cheaper to do business in Ontario. We recently issued the 2021 Burden Reduction Report, which outlines how Ontario has reduced regulatory compliance requirements by 6.5% since June 2018. This has a real impact on businesses of all sizes. We've achieved $373 million in net annual savings via regulatory compliance since the start of our mandate. Ontario has also committed an additional $10 million to the Digital Main Street program to help even more small businesses create and enhance their online presence. To date, the program has provided over 21,000 businesses with support for their digital expansions while generating jobs for more than 1,600 students and recent graduates. With this additional funding, Digital Main Street will continue to support diverse small business owners right throughout this province. Our government has also offered a wide range of supports, including the Ontario Small Business Support Grant, which delivered nearly $3 billion in urgent and unprecedented support to approximately 110,000 small businesses across the province. And with an additional $50 million in the renewed Ontario Together Fund, we are continuing to support local businesses to further enhance Ontario's domestic supply chain capacity, help us through this pandemic, and build resilience in the province's healthcare system while ensuring we are prepared for future challenges. As our vaccine campaign continues and proof of vaccination is now required to access certain businesses and settings, we are making sure our businesses and the province stay open. Our government is committed to being there for small businesses as we look ahead to the road to recovery, because when you succeed, we all succeed. I wish you all a productive and excellent summit. On behalf of the Government of Ontario, thank you for your hard work and sacrifice.
Thank you. And of course, that was the Honorable Nina Tangri. Now, Paul, it's difficult to invite one of your friends in a formal way. We're going to hear a lot from him over the course of this morning. He will be back joining us at 10 a.m. to lead us through some of the thoughts that UPS can and opportunities that they have for you as a small business. But because he is a friend of Canadian SME, he wanted to also share some opening thoughts about what this summit means, not only to you as a small business, but for UPS and what it can really mean for all of us. Look, UPS can handle soup to nuts, right? Like the entire supply chain process for you. And there are so many innovative thoughts simply beyond moving a box from here to there. They offer so much more value. Now, he is being at UPS, I think it's now 30 years, but we'll let him share a little bit more about that. He was appointed the director of small business for UPS in 2011. So, folks, this is a young man who has a decade of thought that he's dedicated to small businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Gasper.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending the Canadian SME Small Business Summit. My name is Paul Gasper, and I'm the Small Business Director at UPS Canada. This means that I have the privilege to learn from, work with, educate, and support small businesses in Canada when it comes to logistics. Our hope for this year's summit is that over the next 2 days, you connect with other amazing Canadian entrepreneurs, you ask questions, you learn something new, and implement ideas that can help your business. Across Canada, October is a month to celebrate Canadian entrepreneurs and your contribution to the economy and to our communities. You are the foundation of the Canadian economy, accounting for 99% of all businesses and employing approximately 10.5 million Canadians in the private sector. We can all agree that you need to continue to get whatever support you need to get started or to take your business to the next level. That's why we're all here today. Over the last year, we have surveyed many entrepreneurs in Canada. Some of the most common questions center around the lack of cash flow, disruptions in supply chains, an increasing need for logistics support, and of course, the e-commerce explosion that we've all experienced. When we talk about e-commerce, especially, entrepreneurs want to know more about access to financing like credit and insurance, online branding and marketing, e-payments, of course, logistics, packaging, inventory management and shipments, managing online sales, and depending on where they're located, some just reliable and secure internet access. And there's so much more to learn. In a recent survey, only 23% of Canadian SMEs benefited from the COVID-19 related support, such as the business loan programs, small business relief grants, the regional grants, and of course the wage subsidies. Through our survey, Canadian SMEs had the opportunity to provide feedback on government supports available to them during 2020 and of course 2021. And their feedback offers insights into how this area can be improved. Three key areas for improvement include tools and training programs for helping SMB e-commerce exporters, such as webinars and exporting rules and shipping. Supported government policies for SMB e-commerce activity, and simplified handling and customs procedures. The tools, expert help, and education is out there. This summit is an example of it. We hope to address many of these topics over the next 2 days. But remember that we're here to support on any topic that perhaps was not fully addressed at the summit. So enjoy, make some new connections, and ask as many questions as you can. We're all here to help and support one another. Thank you. Enjoy your time.
And Paul will be back at 10 a.m. on the button to share some more specific strategies, and so we can get into the meat of some real curated content, so to help you get to where your business needs to grow and go into. Look, we have spent so much time with our exhibitors. They've been vetted and they are ready to deliver some amazing content, not only content, but products and services to help you excel and exceed your goals. What we want to do right now is simply share with you a quick video of what they are all about and who they are. But if you have not been able to go to the exhibit floor yet, we actually want to dedicate this time, the next 20 minutes or so, because again, Paul will be back at 10 a.m. We want to dedicate the next about 20 minutes for you to visit all of our vendors. See what they're all about. What can they really offer you? Folks, as soon as you hear what Nerds on Site is and what they are, if you haven't heard of them before, and you probably have, right, with Charlie Regan and his team over at Nerds on Site, you'll find out that IT support isn't what it used to be. And it doesn't cost, the cost modeling has changed significantly. It actually works out for your benefit to outsource certain services. Zoho and what they do with their product called Zoho One. Listen, for less than $30, I think it's about $30 per user per month, it will blow you away. I think they have a full suite of more than 30 productivity tools. Folks, when you find out what FedDev Ontario can do for you, you've heard a little bit from the Honorable Nina Tangri and what her team is doing, but there are so many other resources available. Please visit them. And then, of course, if you want to empower yourself with greater skill to lift your will to go and do the things that you feel you're capable of, but you feel like you have a couple of blind spots, please visit the booth at Smith School of Business. Obviously that's a part of Queens. They're one of our speakers today. I think you're going to hear from them around 11 o'clock today. But listen, there are so many opportunities to learn and grow and lift your skill. From MyTax to Iceberg and of course Rico. Another group that I want to point out to you at this point is Alexio. What they are doing to secure your not only business, but listen, we know that your business is your baby. What they're securing two things. They're securing your business from cyber attacks and any hacks that could come and visit your business, but they're also securing your mind. How? They're giving you the peace of mind that you need so you can sleep better, knowing that everything is on lock, right? So visit them, see what they can do to help lift the stress off of you that you're constantly potentially worried about. This could happen, that could happen. Alexio, they are here for you. So folks, take the next 18 minutes or so. Please visit each booth, find out what they can do for you. Thank you, and we'll see you back at 10 a.m. sharp with Paul Gasper.